Hey everyone, welcome to this video. I have some coffee, see if I can finagle that being made in the background, but I'm going to go weigh myself right now to see what my big butt is weighing this fantabulous morning. So I am about, let's just say 207. That's what's going to stop, 206. Yep, so I'm about 207, so as I said yesterday, after I ate breakfast and stuff, that 210 or whatever I was weighing was a bit much. So 207, it's about where I have been as of late. But my plan for today, let me find some actual good lighting. There we go. Is to go to the house at some point to get the electricity made. I was told that I would get a heads up when the technician is coming. I'm assuming that I have to be on the premises for the technician to do his thing. They're hooking up gas and electricity, so I have to get that figured out when they're coming, or at least they will figure it out and let me know. But then I'll run over there. Then I think I was reading something that they would be here between 8 and noon, so if that's the case, I'll just work out in the afternoon. But for my workout today, I have heavy snatches, heavy clean and jerks, really heavy, 175 snatch, and 240 clean and jerks, so it'll be some hard work today. But until I get there, I'm going to try to pack up some stuff, eat some breakfast, and relax this morning, get some stuff. You can see I have yesterday's video being uploaded as we speak, and that will be posted. As you see, I always post at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning because I try to get up early. But yeah, so I don't know, but I'll show you all the house as I take more stuff to it. Hopefully I get some laundry and stuff done today, but I will talk to you all in the next part of this video. Peace. As you can see in here, I have electricity and water right now. The guy is here to make sure I have gas and stuff, so all this will be figured out, but I'm doing laundry, which is good because I need some done. Hey everyone, so quick little update about what I've been doing. I am finishing the laundry. You may be able to hear that, but all in the dryer now, but you'll see some progress with the room, so it looks a bit more organized. I left this space, that's my phone and camera case, so that will move once I leave. But essentially this space here will probably be where my bed goes, and then at some point I'll figure out where I'm going to put my dresser, probably in that back corner. And that's just right now a bunch of the baseball stuff I have, and old PS2 with some games, and protein and creatine, and a bunch of more baseball stuff. So I have a ton of baseball stuff, old weightlifting belts, books and binders, a bunch of basketballs, and my drawers here, which will go into my desk. So perhaps, as I step back a minute, perhaps my dresser will go here or over here, and then my bed would be on the other side when you open in the door. But I'll have to figure out how I want that to do. I also put my clothes away with some books and binders and notebooks and stuff in there. It's all fitting in quite nicely, so that's good. But I'll have to figure out how I want to organize this once I have the stuff in, but now I have enough space to put everything in, which is good. I will be going through this stuff to organize it more as far as what I want to do, selling it wise, and look and see what I'm going to keep and get rid of. I know with a bunch of baseball stuff, because I don't throw anymore, I have a gazillion baseballs, weighted baseballs and bands and stuff. A lot of the bands and stuff I'll probably keep for my own personal uses, but I am working with a kid that was on the travel baseball team I coached this summer throughout the year, and I will be piecing out some of the stuff to give to him at different points. I don't think he'll see this video, so he won't know the exact method of which I'm employing to give him stuff. I don't just want to give him like 50 baseballs and a bunch of the weighted balls, a bunch of band stuff, and just throw all that stuff out him. Partially because he wouldn't know what to do with it, and he'd have to learn. It'd be too much to do when he's 16. He doesn't have to do a bunch of different things. He just needs to work and throw and lift and do the basics. But what I want him to do, at least to prove to me, is that he can earn my trust to give him more stuff, because eventually I want to give him the weighted balls, because I don't use them. They're not worth much because they're used. Very small market for weighted baseballs and the bands and used baseballs and whatnot.
but I want to give him my baseball stuff, but only if he earns it. For instance, I'm going to give him one of our trials that we have for next year, next week or the week after. I'm going to give him probably 10, 15, 20 baseballs that I have, because I have a gazillion. So he has some for his own personal use, so he can go out long toss and stuff, because I'm not going to be able to, you know, hang out with him all the time and throw with him. Give him some where he can be self-sufficient, much in the same way that I was when I did my throwing stuff, be able to just find a field and throw. But what I want him to do is to prove it to me is, you know, say long toss 3 days a week. Well, he does long toss 3 days a week, and then he stays in contact with me. He replies to my emails. He, you know, if I show up for him to throw with me, he's on time. He doesn't forget, you know, things like that. Basically to show responsibility, show that he is invested into improving, because I think that he is. So I'm not envisioning, you know, him not, but at the same time he has to prove it to me. And then once the school year starts, his grades aren't the best. I want him to prove to me that he can get better grades. You know, I think anyone in high school can get well above a 3.0, if not a 3.5, if they show up to class and do their homework and work hard. That kind of stuff will elicit a response for me to give him more stuff, you know, more baseballs, band stuff, introduce new things, invest more time. I'm not gonna throw myself, you know, all away and invest all this time and energy and resources on something that, you know, he may just not show up. He may not care. He may get a job and not care about that stuff. And, you know, I'm not going to chase him around to get the stuff back and all of that. If I give him 20 baseballs, you know, he can keep the 20 baseballs. I don't care. You know, if he never never contacts me again and then does whatever, you know, it's 20 baseballs. I can afford to lose those. But I want to work with him to, you know, help him to get better at pitching and baseball in general, but also to teach him responsibility and to create a person in it that is I'm able to trust. Because right now, you know, he's a couple times we picked him up for games and stuff. He's been late. You know, he doesn't get the best grades. So there's factors there that don't cause me to want to jump in, and I would treat him the same as anyone else with it. There's just different goals, like the grades, that wouldn't apply to everyone, but that same thing is how I'd want to treat anyone that I'd work with, because I'm obviously I'm not going to charge him anything. He's 16, and I'm not a professional coach of any sort, especially for baseball, but I can give him resources that help him. I can give him feedback that's intelligible and not going to be detrimental, because I've done years of research for pitching when I did it, and hopefully benefit him. Hopefully, you know, he can get better with my help, and hopefully he can learn to work hard, because that's something that if he decides he doesn't want to pitch, you know, in 2 months, then that's fine. But what the biggest thing I got out of pitching and baseball and all of that was just the work ethic. I mean, I work out 6 days a week now for a couple hours, and I could spend 3 hours. If the only thing that keeps me from out of the gym is my body, and if I could work out more, then I would. And you know, the work ethic isn't something, and that's something that was instilled by my dad, by my mom, through years of just, you know, observing them and what they have did with their parenting, but just years of baseball as well, and just going and just working hard, whether it was with my dad or by myself or whatever. But just the work ethic, I'm able to apply to different things. I mean, hell, I spent like 2 hours here, I think, just organizing that stuff. Maybe not 2 hours, but I spend some time every day this week, and I organize my life. I can show you all the stuff I do on my calendar. I think I have a little bit, but doing all the little things to help myself develop, and hopefully I can impart some of those bits of wisdom so he can not only be a productive, you know, baseball player and get better at that skill, but also apply that, you know, if he gets a job or has a girlfriend or whatever he wants to do, that he has the ability to, you know what, I'm going to work hard. And that's something that's important for anyone. But a bit of a rant here. It's gonna make this a long video, but hopefully you all enjoy and aren't too distracted by the echo. I'm trying to find a better spot to talk, but it's hard to hold a camera that keeps my face centered and to allow myself to look for better sound. But I'll catch you all in the next part. Next part will probably be me at the gym, so I will talk to you all after my workout. Peace. Hey everyone, I just got done with my workout, but before I came to the gym today, I stopped at Walmart, or as I like to call it, good old Waltucky, and I got some hummus and pretzels, which were in a little like snack pack type thing. It was like $1.98, and it had quite a bit of calories, 370 for a little thing,
10 grams of protein. I had like 5 grams of fiber randomly and some fat, and I just wanted something to eat so I didn't get hungry during my workout today, because I had some heavy weights to work with, so I didn't want to have that to be a potential factor to why I didn't perform as well. So I got that, and it was actually really good. Didn't hit the spot perfectly. I'm still not hungry right now, which is perfect, but I'm gonna go home and eat anyway, so I know I'm gonna be hungry pretty quick once I get home. But with my workout today, I had the heavy snatches and heavy clean and jerks, and snatches went up to 175 pounds. I was able to do the rep, but when I caught it and then tried to complete a full rep at the bottom, I lost my balance and had to step forward, but I was still able to maintain it, regather myself, and then do an overhead squat, which I'm really happy with that I was able to do. I would have liked more to catch it, pop down and pop back up, but I was able to get the rep, and it just means I have to keep the bar closer and catch it in a better position and get my shoulders stronger so they can stabilize the weight above my head. With previous weight, with 165 pounds, the first rep I was able to do that, and the second rep the same thing happened, except I failed the weight, it just fell down, but I was able to regain the next snatch and do where I catch it, do a full range and come up. So I'm getting better at it, and that was 165 was the most I've done with that, and then 170, 175, I think that's the most I've ever head squatted. I think I did that one other time, but definitely was a lot easier than the last time I tried to do an overhead squat, but I believe the last time I did a snatch, hang snatch, and then an overhead squat, so it was a little bit more work to do with that. But snatches overall, happy with how it went. Clean and jerks, on the other hand, went even better. They in fact went extremely well. I worked up, it was supposed to be a heavy single at like 240, so I made it 245, and 245 went well. That's was my current max. Previously, the most I had successfully done, and then but I wanted to try something heavier, so I put 260 on, and I failed it twice, and then on the third rep I was able to get it, and I lost my train of thought. When I got it, it was very hard to stabilize above my head because my shoulders are very weak, but I was able to pop it up with a pretty good jerk, and I guess it ends up being a 15-pound PR from my previous best of 245, and extremely happy with that. I was jumping all around after with Savan in the gym because he saw me fail the first 2 reps and then get it. But the huge positive I have with those is that if you see the clean, I didn't try to do a hang clean with a power clean with either one of the cleans that I did prior, or with any 3 of the ones that I did. I just tried to get under it and then just pop up with it, and then the speed on like all the 260s were I was extremely happy with. I didn't think they moved that quick, but I was extremely happy with that. And then the jerks, I just have to slowly get better at, get my shoulders stronger and move a bit faster and get under the bar, get it behind me more, because on the first rep my arm was bent when I caught it, so obviously wasn't able to get that. Second one, I was able to catch it with my arms locked out, but the bar was in front of me, so I wasn't able to stabilize it. And then on the third one I was able to kind of put the 2 together, but definitely want to get better at pushing it back, and obviously getting faster and more powerful, and trying to get a little bit lower with it, and just getting generally better at the lift. But definitely a huge step with the clean and jerk. 15-pound PR is always nice, especially after failing it twice and then able to get it on the third one with that. After those, had some barbell rows that I did up to 275 for a 3x3, and then some back extension, some abs, and then some band work with my shoulders, and that was really about it. But a really positive day in the gym, a lot of heavy work, and thankfully I was able to do everything without too much trouble. Definitely could have gone much worse, but I was able to get a big PR in the clean and jerk, and able to hit all of my snatch work. So hopefully I keep making progress with that. But with that being said, I'll catch you all in the end of this video, so I'll talk to you all in just a sec. Peace. Alright everyone, so I'm going to wrap up this video here. I do have the fan above me playing, or on, so if you do hear that, it is pretty quiet though, and me talking about it is probably more distracting than the actual fan. But in conclusion with this video, got some more stuff done with the house today. Got some kitchen stuff there, got stuff organized in the house, which is always a good thing since I'm quite lazy at doing that sort of thing. But when I go in tomorrow, I want to get more kitchen stuff, perhaps finish up the clothes that I have, although I do like to keep some here just in case I need to throw something on really quick. But figure out what else I can take over there and try to knock out another batch of stuff. And then at some point tomorrow I want to go to
Lowe's or Walmart or something and get some extra keys made for Justin so he can have keys to get into the place. So that will be something I will need to do at some point tomorrow, and that will really be about it. I have some more lifting tomorrow. Obviously, always will have that going on, and I think it will be a lighter day. And I do have some benching and some sumo deadlifts, and depending on how I feel, I may cut down the sumo deadlifts a little bit, and depending on how my elbows and everything feel, I may cut down the bench a little bit. But because today was a quite strenuous day, but overall very good day. I got a lot done. Had a very productive day in the gym, and hopefully I can be productive again tomorrow. But I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.